What is going on, traders? John with Tactical Trading here with our OTC Saturday video. I'm going to be covering quite a few stocks here today. Do want to mention, stay tuned till the end of the video. We're going to be going over details of the small account trade challenge that we'll be doing for the remainder of the year. This will be starting on October 1st and going through the remainder of the year. So giving some details, and then we'll be putting out a video strictly on the challenge itself. So as we get started here, first want to take a look briefly at a few of the stocks we've been talking about over the past few months here. ILUS, this has been basically our baby the whole year here. Take a look at the chart. And if we take a look here, we ran to highs of about 48, 49 cents. Yeah, 48 cents here. And since we have pulled back pretty significantly, had pullbacks to about 26 cents. Excuse me. You can see these on the pullbacks. You can see there's long wicks on the bottom side of these candles here, indicating that these dips were bought up rather quickly on these days. Still do like ILUS for the long term. Hoping to get a little bit of consolidation here. And this is basically what I'm looking forward to seeing in all of my longs here. Still very, very, very bullish on ILUS. Moving to the next is FERN Corporation. We closed at 0.0371, down huge on Friday, down 25% nearly on close to 150 million, 148 million in volume. If we take a look at the chart here, two big red candle days, some significant pullback from reaching highs of about, what was that, 660, almost 7 cents. So, we've made out like a bandit on this play. I'm looking for a little bit of consolidation around the 4 level, maybe even a little bit more of a pullback before we get some news down to the mid to low 3s. That may not happen. We may start to start grinding northbound and consolidating in the low 4s. But either way, I still am bullish on FERN long term. We're probably getting an acquisition announcement by the end of the month. So something to look forward to, or into next month, maybe November. So definitely have catalyst to look forward to. So definitely still bullish on FERN. And with the pullback the last couple of trading days, it's actually at a much better range for adding or opening a position on that one. So I really like where we're at on FERN Corporation. Moving again to CYBL. This is another one we were talking about it from about a half a penny. We closed on Friday at 0.0481, down 10%. This is again on 148 million in volume. So we got quite a bit of volume here, and the chart tells about the same story. This thing is grinded up. We had a huge breakout, recently, all the way to the highs of 660 in the high 6s. Now we have a pullback. We have catalyst galore with this one, so I would take this pullback as an opportunity if you were looking to get in, because I think CYBL breaks 10 by the end of the year. So very bullish on CYBL. Now we're going to move over to GVSI. If we look here, we have, I don't know if you want to call it bad news, but we're on the expert market. Can't get any quotes here. But we take a look at this chart. We've been absolutely devastated by being moved to the gray sheets. If you take a look, we hit highs of 770, and this thing went sub-penny. Can you imagine the guys picking this up sub-penny? This is an absolute gift. George Sharp says that the SEC and OTC markets are already reviewing the forms. The forms take 60 days to be reviewed by law or by rule and regulation. They can be expedited or, done quicker if filed for. I'm sure George Sharp will do that. He says they are already being reviewed, so I don't know how long this takes, but realistically, this is a long-term hold for me. I'm waiting for the merger to come in for GVSI, so basically still waiting for Pink Current, waiting for the merger. If this takes 10 days, if it takes 20 days, if it takes 30 days, if it takes 60 days, if it takes 120 days, I think this one's going to be well worth waiting for. So just wanted to give a quick update on GVSI. Still very bullish and and staying long on GVSI. We're going to move to the last of the stocks we've been really talking about over the last few months, and that's APTY. Closed at 0.01635. We have the yield sign waiting to go Pink Current. This thing is a little bit lower volume, about 13 million. If we take a look at this chart here, we are ready to go. This thing has slowly been grinding up since it's touched a penny in, I would say, the first day of August or last day of July, and has slowly kind of traded in this channel on its way up. We're at the bottom of this channel. I anticipate this channel getting broken. We get some... they have the white paper available, so I'm sure as that white paper gets circulated and they do go Pink Current, we will be nearing highs and breaking these highs. And again, the highs are 256 on this, so 0.0256. That's still a penny under where we're at, and once this thing breaks highs on stablecoin news, who knows where this can go. Very bullish on APTY. Now, those are the stocks we've been talking about basically throughout the entire summer. We have a couple of kind of a batch of new stocks that we're looking at right now. Probably the one I'm most excited about right now. I think AAPT is definitely the one I'm most excited about, but this one it really has me excited. And this is Infrax Systems, IFXY. If we take a look here, closed on Friday at 0.012, was up huge, 93%. I'm actually going to call this the moon market effect because our boy Moon Market put a video about this one on Thursday evening at 0.006 or 0.0068, wherever this thing was at. It was in the 6.2. It was in the sixes, so this thing, about 6.2. This thing damn near doubled, and on close to 900 million in volume. And not just because Moon made a video about this. I mean, if we look at this chart, this thing was kind of beating off this penny area for a while here. Finally broke out of it, and not penny. I'm sorry. About the half penny mark. I'm looking here at this. The price are not right on here, but this thing has been beating off this half penny mark for quite some time. You can see we have, I mean, with the wicks, they got through it a little bit, but I mean, you can basically see here, we've got 5 attempts finally breaking through here throughout the year. And this thing gapped up and just took off, closed at its highs. When you see strength like this, I mean, this thing traded close to 40 million in volume in the last 10 minutes, 25 million in volume in the last 5 minutes. This thing broke a triple top at 0.0119, so it's 0.0119, and then closed at the highs of 0.012, which are all-time highs. And I mean, obviously, then they're going to be 52-week highs, day highs, and everything else like that. So a lot of strength in this one going into the close, and I implore you to take a look at Moon Market's video. He does a lot, he breaks down why we're so bullish on this, and I say we're because I'm very bullish as well as he is. And we're going to take a look here over at why I'm very bullish on this play. Take a look here at Chris Management LLC, and they say, we have big plans for IFXY. Great team is coming together. Details once we complete the transactions for our other shells. We will be hot and heavy on this one, building a great company over the next few years. And scroll down after a comment, and they say, we are keeping this shell. Carol Cooley will remain the CEO. We need to transfer control of the other shells so we can focus on running this one. If we go over to Carol Cooley, who will be the CEO, and go over to, he retweeted the Kirsta management that they're keeping and have big plans for IFXY. And he says IFXY will be my baby. Now, keep in mind, this is the team that put together the massive merger for AVVH, and they have other shells that they're working with FBCD and others, IFAN, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. But they're working with a handful of tickers here. Maybe not IFAN. I could be mistaken on that one. I've never really traded IFAN, so. But either way, once they get these other tickers done, they're going to be concentrating on this one. So my suggestion here is I think this thing's going to open up very strong on Monday, possibly gapping up into the high 130s, maybe 140s. And I think this thing can run. I think with the share structure, if we take a look here at the share structure, it's not horrible, and there's a lot of restricted shares. So as long as they're not planning on using any of these shares, unless it's restricted for transactions, we're only looking at about $2 billion here on the float. So not horrible at all. So this thing can move if we get some volume in here. And you see traded almost 900 million in volume. So I think we open up strong. If this thing opens up past 150, I probably wouldn't be chasing. Just due to the fact that this is a little bit of a longer term play. Krista Management is going to be, and Carol Cooley are going to be, I'm sure, taking their time with this one. And again, probably bringing in the best merger candidate that they have available into this ticker. So, and possibly multiple merger candidates. As he said, this is his baby. So I do plan on him basically giving the preferential treatment out of all the tickers to this ticker. So that's why I'm so bullish on this thing. Who knows what their plans are? So we're not even going to sit here and speculate on what the plans are. I'm just going to let this unfold. I think this thing has a chance to really, really move just due to the fact of the focus that's going to be put on this play. So very, very bullish. I mean, obviously, as you can tell here on IFXY. Moving forward, let's take a look here. We're going to take a look at another play I'm really excited about here, and that is TONR, Toner One World Holdings, closed at 0.0129, up 20% on Friday. Really good day here. Decent share structure here, about $3 billion in the float. We're looking for pink current very shortly in this one. I mean, take a look at the chart. They had 350 million in volume. I mean, this chart's just straight up. So I don't know what to expect because of if we go pink current on Monday, all bets are off. This thing can continue. But I mean, realistically, I'd be a fool to tell you that this thing's gonna, continue going very strong. I do anticipate a red day or two before this thing gets going. So. I like this play. I'm bullish on it, but don't go chasing this thing in the 140s and 150s if it hasn't had its pullback yet. So, I mean, if this thing bursts out and goes to 175 and pulls back to 150, sure. But if this thing's still on a green candle going straight up and in the 150, I'd probably hold back and wait for this thing to cool off a touch. And again, that's unless news has come out or this thing has gone pink current or some catalyst has hit and has caused this thing to go. Otherwise, I'd probably, again, very bullish, but I'd probably wait for a little bit of a pullback on this one. So, but again, these plays that were sub penny and the plays that are sub penny, and we're going to be bringing you a few more sub penny plays probably Monday or Tuesday. I'm looking at a few other ones, or I would say some are sub penny, some are under. I'd say under 2 cents because I think a lot of these plays are going to be really moving. So again, TONR very bullish, and then we're going to move to our last play, and this is probably one of the most bullish plays I have right now, or that I'm on right now, and that's AAPT, All American Pet Company, who merged with Cora, closed at 0.027, down 11% or almost 12% on Friday. It had about 95 million in volume. If we take a look at the chart here, why did this thing change back? Bear with me 1 second. And you could look here on very high volume. We've been just trading between this penny range between like about 250 and 350 or 360. Basically, the entire float has traded here. So I would say this is a new base being set right around 260, maybe 250, but I'm assuming 260. It looks like is about the new base right here. I mean, you can see some of these little accumulation areas, and they've basically set new bases. You can see this heavy accumulation on high volume popped this up here. It did pull back, but you can see it stair stepped up and created a new base here, and I believe that's what it's going to do here, and onward and upward. I'm very bullish on this. It's a $200 million merger with 400% year over year anticipated revenue growth. Strategic partnerships all over the world. So you know, let's see how this thing plays out. I'm very bullish on this. It has a good share structure, so I really think this thing can hit 7, 8, 9 cents. I mean, this is the same CEO that David Chong that is on MJWL. That stock ran to 26 cents. It does have a little bit of a better share structure here. So again, and that was a $150 million merger. So we have a little bit of a bigger merger here. We do have a little bit of a bigger share structure. So I would say 8 to 10 cents is definitely not out of the question here, but again, definitely bullish on AAPT. So that's basically all I have for you today. Now we're going to talk about briefly about this small account challenge that we're going to be starting on Monday. And I'm going to be getting into detail on that on a video probably tomorrow briefly, and then more detail when we come out with the video on some of those under 2 cent plays that I've been looking at. So this is going to be a $5,000 challenge, going to go from October 1st through December 31st. So it's going to be a 3-month challenge. We're basically going to be concentrating on shorter swings with multiple catalysts on the horizon, obviously. I will be alerting all buys and sells on Twitter, and we'll be doing weekly, possibly bi-weekly, but definitely weekly recaps on YouTube. I mean, obviously, we're going to have ambitious goals. Our goal is to achieve a balance of about $50,000 by the end of the year. I mean, do we hit that? I hope so. If we don't, we don't. We're going to do our best to basically, you know, turn 5,000 in as much as we can here. And again, you know, all buys are going to be alerted on Twitter. All sells are going to be alerted on Twitter. They're going to be worded very, very cautiously as to not to, you know, crash the stock. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm some big shot. I got a few, 30,000 followers on Twitter, so I really don't think I can do too much of pushing the stock around. But I still don't like putting sell alerts on Twitter. Nonetheless, I don't like putting out negative sentiment. But on this, it's always going to be, you know, obviously, you know, with the attention of this is for the challenge, so you know this. I'm not dumping my whole position. So, nonetheless, you know, just wanted to give you a little brief, you know, overview of what we're going to be doing over the next few months. Hopefully, this helps a few people out, you know, and getting started and getting some of these small accounts, you know, by the end of the year. To more significant accounts, so you can roll into 2022 with some firepower. So that's all I got for you today. As always, please like, please share, please subscribe. Any comments or questions, please put them in the comment section below. And as always, let's get that money, traders.